Hello, 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 my favorite girly pops. It's me. It's me. No, I'm not a frog. Today, we have something very interesting for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing. You heard it here last. We have something very interesting. Would it surprise you to know that my favorite YouTuber, the woman who is the most astounding, fabulous YouTuber in all the land, Ambi, has decided to go into somebody's live stream and trash their ex, Beck? Would that surprise anybody here? Here's what happened. Amberlynn went into somebody's live stream and said a lot of things about Alexis. So person that would be interested in this video is Alexis, her ex-bestie. Said a lot of scathing things. Just wait. Said some stuff about reaction channels, but I think that the main thing that would interest my audience is all the terrible things that she said about Beck. Publicly, it's really her in the live stream. There's a check mark next to her name. It's her. Aren't y'all glad that I got Ambi to verify herself on YouTube, so now we know when it's really her? Thanks, Amba. Okay, so we're going to see all the negative things that she said about Beck. For those of you that don't know, Amberlynn mistreated ex-Beck, so much so that she wouldn't even let Beck, I don't know, spend time with their family, spend time with their friends, and used to put timers on for that to happen. Beck did a whole Q&A on my channel that I think I'm going to have to link because a lot of you may not know how badly Amberlynn mistreated Beck.
What do I think of Amber calling me money hungry and trying to capitalize on my live streams? That's what she was doing with me, like the whole time I was being used for live streams. And that ties into the next question. Did I ever get paid from the live streams I did with her? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Because she said that all of that money had to go toward all the bills. I don't even know how much she got. I have no idea. I don't even know how much I was supposed to get, if I was supposed to get half. I have no idea. I was just told, you do these live streams with me, you'll get money. But then she was like, you got to pay bills. So no, I didn't see anything from it. I think whenever we broke up and I moved out, I think she gave me like $100 to $200, and that's how I ended up getting the U-Haul.
Beck has continuously asked Amber to stop talking about her, but you see, Amberlynn is so upset about all her exes, and just, I think Amberlynn will never get over Beck moving on and having a happy life and dumping Amber and ending the engagement because Amberlynn's obsessed with being married. So it's the narcissistic injury. She will never get over that. So she's trashing Beck live in somebody's live stream. It's a wonderful time to be alive, girls, right? It's an embarrassing time. Okay. We're going to get into everything. As always, do you see this Kermit? Would you like to buy it? Here's my affiliate link. Listen, Kermits are very often in the middle of drama, gossip. Well, the Kermits that live with me, I'm just saying. So that's my affiliate link. If you ever wanted to buy a Kermit and you purchase one, let me know when he ships if you do use my link. All right, everything I'm saying, entertainment purposes only, not meant to be taken seriously. I'm sharing opinions, not facts, based on public information first made public by public figures. Right, Pookie? And please do not go to these people's channels and leave any mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Let's start. This one's interesting. Okay, Amberlynn continuing to talk about Beck when she was clearly asked to stop slandering Beck. Here we go. First, they are talking in the chat, presumably, about either the video where Beck speaks out on my channel or some video where Beck is speaking out. Here's what Amber says. I won't watch that because a friend of mine watched it and Beck lied a lot, which isn't surprising to me. I know a lot of people like Beck, but they are not perfect. Okay, so you won't watch a video where Beck speaks out. More than likely it's my Q&A that I did with Beck or whatever video where Beck is speaking. Your friend watched? I want the name of the friend. We know Alexis didn't, because if Alexis, honey, if that's you, if you watched it for Amber, please come and tell us that it was you. I think Amber would say that Alexis was the one that watched for her. Amber, the absolute cuteness in this situation is a little endearing for Amberlynn to think that she can convince us that she didn't watch the video on my channel where Beck spoke out. Which friend I want to name? No friend watched it. Your friend already dumped you as Alexis. Please show me who watched it. Anyways, Amberlynn watched everything that Beck does on my channel, the Q&A, everywhere. So Beck lied a lot. A lot of people like Beck, but they're not perfect. Okay, I agree that Beck isn't perfect because I'm not perfect. We're all not perfect. But I want to know, where does the audacity come from Amber to say that Beck lied a lot in their Q&A, in whenever whatever they were talking about their experiences with Amber or in general. Amber, you confirmed on your live stream after my Q&A went up that the things that Beck said about you were true, that you did set timers. You did. You confirmed it. What is it about Beck that was a lie? I don't think Beck lied at all. This is a person that had to have their family have an intervention so that they would break up with Amber, because Amber, in my opinion, was ruining Beck's life. By the way, so Amberlynn does nothing but lie herself. It's the typical classical transference, like when she talks about how she didn't shower for a year and then says things about reaction channels, hygiene. Like, it's outrageous. Okay, you make content where you lie all the time. You do. You literally monetize content. How many other YouTubers have like 5 videos on their channels titled I lied? And Beck lied? No, Beck did not lie about anything. But wait, if you thought that was bad, we're definitely not done. Just wait. Amber says about Beck, when we broke up, I felt bad, so I let them have all the money they needed. But Feline didn't like that, which makes sense. By the way, before we go any further about Beck, do y'all remember when I told you in my last video, I said, hey, Amber says she won't talk badly about Alex wifey Feline. That's all one person, right? Ex-wifey. And, Amber's like, I will never talk badly about Feline. But here's a great example. Why are you giving out private supposed information? I don't even think this is true. I don't even believe you. Why are you slandering Feline? Look at this. Beck, even had my debit card for months while I was with Feline. And, Feline didn't like it, so I had to ask for it back. Beck got all the money in the world from me.
Yeah, she did keep me from seeing my mom and my family a lot of times. She would try to make me feel guilty, purposely, try to give me a time limit when to be back. But yeah, I did feel like I couldn't see my family as often as I was led to believe at the beginning when she told me to quit my job, that I would be able to see my family more. Like, we had no business getting engaged, but, she ordered the rings without me knowing and was like, these are the ones I want you to propose to me with. So I did.
So, are you actually blaming leaving Beck destitute and not actually paying them for the job that you hired them to do on your ex Feline? Oh, I hope you're not doing that. Yes, she is. She is doing that. Why can't you just let Feline go? So I hope you're all paying attention to this. Amberlynn cannot cannot let go of Beck and cannot let go of Feline, Alex wifey. You know why? Because these two people got out. They got out of toxic relationships. They left and they're enjoying their lives. Beck is engaged. I'm hoping to God that Feline is in a fabulous place and has made her life way better. I'm wishing her all the best. It is so wild to me that you are putting this blame on Feline. I thought you said in your public YouTube video that you will not speak badly. Do you remember that? She did a Q&A. Somebody said, oh, well, Alexis is saying like, why, certain things about Feline. And Amber said, well, I promised Feline I would never talk negatively about Feline. Here she is. So here Amber says that she supposedly, when Beck broke up with her, that she supposedly gave her all this money. This isn't true. This is common sense. You left Beck destitute after the breakup. Don't even lie. We already have confirmation from the other party, Beck. Okay. So then we have Amber saying Beck didn't even use that money on the car. Okay, I believe there was like a situation where there were donations towards Beck for their car. Amber is saying that Beck didn't use the money on the car. Honestly, cannot wait until the day that Beck sues you. I could say so many more things, but I can't. They said they would sue me. This is what I'm trying to say. I really hope that Beck does sue you for the continuous years of harassment, slander, and by the way, lost wages. Amberlynn, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Amberlynn publicly and privately hired Beck during the live stream era in 2021. You know how I say, oh, I feel like a girl of 2021 again? This is what I'm talking about. She publicly and privately hired Beck. There's screenshots, there's a whole bunch of video evidence on Amber's own channel where she said, I'm Beck's boss, I pay her. And never did. Beck said Amber never paid her, okay? So this is called lost wages. It's illegal not to pay your employee that you hired both publicly and privately, Amber. So I have to shut up, but people would be shocked and not believe a word I say. Okay, this next part is incredibly, incredibly scathing. Okay, so this next part is about, if you don't know the lore of Amberlynn, when she first met Beck, Beck was employed and had a job. And Amberlynn said, I'll support you. Just quit your job. You can spend more time with your family. That's what Beck said. I believe Beck, okay? Listen, the person that has the track record in lying is Amber. It's definitely not Beck. Okay. And then Beck wasn't even allowed to see their family. And then Beck had to become Amber's full caretaker and do whatever, like Amber said. That's not a relationship. Okay. Beck, they had a job that was ruining their back. And by the way, for those of you that don't know, I know I'm going to get questions about this as I always do. Beck goes by they, them, as far as the pronouns. Okay. I told them Beck didn't have to go through that. I was helping Beck. I made a lot of money and wanted to take that burden off of Beck.
Thanks for nothing.
Okay, you did make a lot of money. But in my personal opinion, the reason that you, Amberlynn, wanted to take that burden off of Beck is because you knew that you could financially control Beck. Do you even understand that when Beck was in renal failure, and Beck was in renal failure and was incoherent due to the medicine, some of the wrong medicine that Beck was on, Amberlynn forced Beck to drive her around to Walmart and filmed them in an incoherent state. Beck was a person that did everything for you. And then, if you don't know, to top it all off, Amberlynn blamed herself not getting help for being ill on Beck. The point is, Beck has been through a serious, outrageously awful ordeal being in that toxic, horrible relationship, and who could blame them for breaking off that ridiculous engagement? Thank God that she got away from you, Amber. And you were asked repeatedly to stop talking about Beck. She says, you saw the screenshots, oh, they're going to sue me, right? By the way, it's not lost on me that Amberlynn does know Beck's, pronouns and does know Beck's name, Beck. It's no longer the name that she's using in those screenshots, and continues to degrade and debase Beck. Because Amberlynn has a whole video where she wrote in the description box and says, I know the name. Amber, I'm going to put it to you like this. Even if Beck doesn't sue you, at some point, and I've said this before, Amberlynn is going to meet the wrong person. That person is going to show you
Amberlynn did not shower.
why being, how do I put this, mean-spirited towards the people that did everything for you has a price. It's called, they're going to sue you, for real. And by the way, Amber, I know that you don't know the ins and outs of this, so I can't wait until you find out. Okay, so here's the bottom line. She is calling Beck a liar. She's saying that the only reason that she got Beck to quit the job is to provide fully financially for Beck. And she's saying that she did give Beck all the money, but, she was dating somebody who didn't like that. Honestly, I hope they both sue you for all of this slander. And as you can see, and this moment will be special, Amberlynn, in my opinion, is still so bitter after all these years about Beck. No, I don't believe that Beck lied. I think that you made Beck quit their job. And of course, it was Beck's choice, but Beck had no idea that you were going to be financially mistreating them for the rest of the relationship. Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. She's still trashing Beck. Too bad that Beck is not going to go on their channel and really respond to this. I really wish that Beck would somehow respond to this, because honestly, this is sad. She's never going to let Beck go. And by the way, I've never said this, so this will be the first time. She is so bitter and upset that Beck did that Q&A with me on my channel. I can't even begin to tell you, because it's palpable. It's palpable from every single time she talks about Beck. By the way, if you don't know, recently, like I think it was like November, I made a video about it about a month ago. She went on Instagram and started talking about Beck's like inappropriate stuff. So you can see who's the obsessed one. You can see who's in a loving romantic relationship with Tommy, and Tommy loves you deeply, right? But you're out there on a live stream from your own name talking negatively about Beck. Well, what goes around comes around, Amberlynn. The rest of all of these are about Alexis and reaction channels. This is about Alexis. Alexis did nothing for me besides I enjoyed her company. I just wanted to say something about this statement. Alexis did nothing for me. The word for is capitalized. Thanks, Pookie. So Alexis listened to you ramble on about your life 24/7. You were going to go see Alexis, right? You talked about meeting up, but you never did. But you only did that for Tommy because you need to be claimed on the internet. The point is this. She is saying, listen to this, that her friend Alexis, like her good friend, her best friend of a year, did nothing for her. Okay. Like, I don't know what people are looking for when it comes to Amber, but can't you see that she doesn't view people for who they are, but what they can do for her? She already said that to everybody. Alexis did nothing for her. Great. She only was your loyal friend and listened to you for a year. Just now catching up with the live stream again because I got busy. Oh, right. Alexis and I used to be into each other romantically. For me, it stopped. For her, it didn't. She admitted that in her videos. At first, she denied it publicly, but the truth finally came out. Listen, I think that you were both into each other. Does Alexis currently want your attention? Possibly. Yeah. Did she have feelings for you, like friendship and a bit more? Possibly. Okay. But the thing is, you claim, like, see, Amber always wants to claim that everyone is into her. Everyone's obsessed with her. The reaction channels are obsessed with her. It couldn't possibly be, the money that they're earning. And everyone's in love with her. Amber, you only went with whoever claimed you on the internet. Alexis did want to be with me after I broke up with Erica. This is great. Valentine was always married. You always knew that. You never broke up with anyone. She made that very clear, but I told her I didn't want to ruin our friendship. I just don't believe you. I haven't seen evidence to the contrary. I've seen screenshots from Alexis that clearly state that you were saying that your mother thought that you had a crush on Alexis. I didn't want to put myself in that position, so I had boundaries. I wish she would have respected them. The complaint from the other woman that Amberlynn was talking to during the whole time she was talking to Tommy and to Valentine and Alexis was that I didn't speak to her enough, even though we spoke multiple times a week. Again, don't believe you. I think you're lying. You have established that you don't barely want to talk to your friends. You said you could go months without talking to them. I'm literally a fool because I have a pre-recorded video going up tomorrow where I say kind things about Alexis. Haha, I am dumb for thinking that Alexis changed, but I will still upload the video because the full subject still needs to be talked about. I just mentioned Alexis for a second. The reason that she uploaded that video where she is saying positive things about Alexis is incredibly simple. She is desperate for the money that she didn't make during December, and she really didn't make it during November. Yeah, you worked so hard on it, Amber. It's amazing. I've said this before. Sometimes this happened very rarely to me in like obviously the type of videos I make are like up to date usually, right? So sometimes I would record something and the situation would change and I would just delete it. Yes, I spent the time on it, but if it's no longer current or relevant, I just wouldn't upload it. I'm not purposely making content about her is what I meant, like what she is doing to me. So Alexis has so far, when I'm filming this, made one video and spoke in live streams and in comment sections, like in mine and in Jordy's. You have made multiple videos with Alexis in your title. We talked about this before. Amberlynn has made thousands on Alexis's name. Please do not let her fool you. Amber, all the videos are there with the word Alexis in it. Like, do you think that we're just gonna believe you when you're blatantly lying. Reaction channels, good for entertainment, but as the subject, I'm telling you, it is from a very biased lens, so much of the information is incorrect. How so? The reaction channels have been right 99.9% of the time. You know what she's upset about? That people see right through her for the billionth time. She believes that she is smarter than everybody in the room. And yeah, that's definitely true. And what happens is that the tea is spilled because people see right through you. They see right through you. I don't like Snowflake because he said I lied about something. That's sick. Here's my thing on this. I don't like to comment on these type of topics. Amber, do we need to go back to what you accused Casey of and then said, never mind, just kidding? I would quit while you're ahead, Amby. Not gonna lie, I forgot it was Alexis's birthday. I always forget the date. But once I found out it was her birthday, I literally was so hurt by her that wishing her a happy birthday seemed weird. Really? So you always forget the date of your friends, the date of the birthday of your friends. By the way, this is the moment where people are gonna come into my comment section and say, "Oh my God, I'm bad with dates too." Fabulous. I guarantee that if it's a good friend of yours, you have like a reminder on your phone or with any like device that you use. Yeah, it's okay to forget dates, but you have something remind you that it was her birthday. Amber doesn't care about the friends that she loses because she was never their friend in the first place. So she totally didn't even know your birthday. Alexis, I can't believe that you put any effort into this person who literally never cared about you from day one. She didn't care if I talked about her at all. I literally have screenshots of how she found out. She wasn't upset or anything. I have to tell you something. It feels so awkward that Amber continuously references having screenshots and having things on her phone. Remember when she said that she has like two phones and she keeps everything? She always keeps it for like receipt purposes. And I understand that Alexis exposed her, but Amber, listen to what I'm about to say. Amber always wants to like make people feel that she even says it. I'm not that type of person. I wouldn't share DMs. I wouldn't. Not only has she done that, she always threatens and references that she has screenshots on her phone. She always wants to pretend that she's not that person. But Amber, you keep all of that to expose people and you even reference it. You're just like the people you claim to dislike. I didn't feel comfortable being close to Alexis like I once was. I knew that if I talked to her as much as she wanted me to, I would have told her personal things. Okay, so here you are admitting that you stopped wanting to tell personal things to Alexis once you guys reconciled. So why did you meet up with her when you were in Wisconsin? Why did you have your mom drive you 19 hours to see Tommy and then you had Tommy drive you however long to that place where you met up with Alexis? What is the point? Listen, serious question. Why did she reconcile? I want you to think about this seriously. Why did she reconcile with Alexis if she didn't want to tell her personal things and she didn't feel comfortable being close to Alexis? There's only one answer. She reconciled with Alexis and she demanded that she take down all the videos. And in my opinion, she got her demonetized because she knew that Alexis's watch time would disappear when she privated the few videos that she had. She did all of that so that Alexis would stop exposing her. Yeah, it's called, keep your Kermits close and your enemies closer, okay? The point is, she wanted to keep Alexis close to her without actually telling her anything personal. Supposedly. I'm sure the screenshots, I'm sure the voice recordings will come out, Ambi. Can I call you Pookie? The point is, there's your proof. She didn't want to tell her personal things when they reconciled, right? So why did you reconcile with somebody you didn't want to have in your life? Because she was afraid that Alexis would spill the tea on her. Why is this relevant? We recently heard voice notes that Alexis released, in which Amber's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not keeping you around so you wouldn't expose me." You sure are. You just admitted that you didn't want to be close to her, but still reconciled. Why else would you keep her around? The day after she was in Jordy's stream, so of course I didn't say happy birthday to her. My feelings were so hurt. Yeah, you weren't going to tell her happy birthday anyways. You already admitted you had no idea what that date was. Alexis, this is my opinion. I think that Amber never cared about you as a friend. The next time that you reconcile when she runs back to Wisconsin or whatever the tea is, Alexis, you remember my words here, okay? Because I know Alexis watches all these reaction channels. Amberlynn is using you. She's using every single person in her life. And by the way, I understand that people don't want to sometimes believe reaction channels or drama channels or commentary channels. It's in Amber's own voice note. She said, I will only really be, I'm paraphrasing, I will only really like have people in my life who do good things for me. Right. AKA using. Alexis, she was never into you as a friend. Do you remember that Amber said similar to like, journaling? Right. Okay. I hear your opinion. It makes sense based of what you know, but your opinion would be probably change if you knew everything. I thought I was doing the right thing. If I could go back, I do everything differently. Amber, you use people, you lie about them, and you discard them. Starting January 1st, I said I am never watching another reaction channel again. You are the only one that I will allow myself to watch because you understand I am a nuanced person. Woo! Nuanced. We got Ambi up in TikTok using TikTok language. Anyways, so yeah, she says that she's never going to watch reaction channels except for anyone that's like nice to her. Great. Okay, if anyone here genuinely truly believes that Amberlynn Reid will not watch reaction channels in 2025 and respond back to them, then you haven't been paying attention. She's already watched all of Zach's videos. She's already watched all of Jordy's streams, and she's clearly not watching me, right? That's why she knows every single thing I said, and that's why she says that she strongly dislikes me after not watching me for 3 years. Make that make sense. If you didn't watch me, you wouldn't strongly dislike me after not hearing anything I said in 3 years. Of course, she'll be back. She's obsessed with hearing about herself. All right, the real victim here, in my opinion, is always going to be Beck, a person that has been terribly defamed by Amberlynn. And the things that you continue to say about Beck are not okay, Amber. Anyways, thoughts, comments, questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I want to thank you all so very much for watching today. I really appreciate you being here. Please check out this other video that's popping up here. You can go and watch that one if you enjoyed this video. If you didn't enjoy this video, go and leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye.